Yeah, we just completed our 6th annual Green Brand Survey. I'll start with the list of top 10 green brands that we found for the U.S. It's a perception study, which means that consumers tell us which brands they think are the greenest.
Really?
So it's not whether they really are the greenest, but how consumers perceive them. So this year they got it right in a lot of ways. The top 4 brands that they identified were Seventh Generation,
Yes.
Tom's of Maine,
Yep.
Whole Foods, and Burt's Bees.
Wow.
All of those are brands that we call born green.
Yes.
So they really started out to be natural and live by sustainable practices. The next one on the list was Trader Joe's.
Really?
Consumers see that as a hippie brand.
No kidding.
Credit Trader Joe's with a very friendly atmosphere,
Yes.
an interesting in-store experience,
Yes.
and they see that as green.
Uh-huh.
And another big cluster of brands that are what you might think of as leader brands more traditionally.
Yes.
Such as Starbucks,
Walt Disney,
Dove, Apple, some of those that you think of as really, really powerful leading consumer brands.
Apple. Why do they think Apple's green?
They credit Apple's design focus for being green. People really admire the sleekness and design and advanced technologies of Apple, and that gives it a real halo effect in terms of being a positive brand.
What about Dove? I'm interested about that.
Dove is a really interesting one because their work with girls' self-esteem and the Real Beauty campaign makes people feel very, very positively about Dove.
Isn't that
It's a brand that people really like.
Who would have thought? And they're considered a green brand.
As a result of that, the CSR program gives them that halo. The second trend that I think is interesting is we ask consumers what they intend to spend money on in the coming year. The big opportunity that we saw this year is an intention to spend a lot more money on energy, retail, automotive, and technology, is that it's a cost savings issue.
Sure.
When you look at the automotive, gas prices are driving a lot of people to look at alternative energy sources.
Absolutely.
When we ask about retail, we're talking about Walmart and IKEA and Target and that type of store.
So consumers are going into the store expecting to find green products.
Hoping to find more green products. Third major trend we're looking at is around messaging and how consumers are hearing some of this green information and what is helping them make decisions about choosing one brand over another.
Right.
What we find is that the traditional brand attributes of reliability, of trust, of having quality products still remain at the highest level of importance for consumers.
Okay.
We also see that they want to hear messages around the things that are meaningful for them personally.
Absolutely.
The health, convenience, cost savings. So you've got to be able to blend some of the really reliability story with the personal value story. The more and more consumers are interested, the more risk you're also exposing yourself to, because they'll start to they might find something that's not as green as they think it is, and then it becomes a liability. Consumers can start a campaign, a grassroots campaign, very easily to start a petition that goes like wildfire around a brand, to post videos, to just make comments, and they can really make things happen much more quickly than you could in a pre-social media world.
Yep.
So I think it is something you have to be very, very attentive to as a brand.